Now, increasing numbers of children aren't reading for pleasure, and there are concerns that it's putting their future job prospects at risk. A survey from the National Literacy Council found a record low in young people, especially teenage boys, saying they enjoyed reading during their free time. Author Cressida Cowell, the former Children's Laureate, told us it is vital that action be taken to address the decline. Here's our social affairs correspondent, Sarah Corker.
Once upon a time, there was a little girl who was trapped.
They're the children's classics that have entertained generations. Mischievous.
Look, the Oompa Loompas.
Augustus Gloop, so big and vile.
Magical. And full of imagination.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Blockbusters on the big screen, but how many of us have read the books?
Come on in, Year 6, let's come and choose some books.
At Armley Park Primary in Leeds, there's been a big push to improve literacy.
I think children should really read at home because it's good for their knowledge and they can get lost in their imagination.
What do you sometimes find challenging about reading?
Usually if you don't know how to pronounce a word right.
What would you say are sometimes the distractions that mean that you might not read as much?
My dog and my brother.
Children's reading enjoyment has fallen to its lowest level in almost 2 decades, with just 1 in 3 8 to 18-year-olds saying they enjoy reading in their spare time. The gender gap has widened too, with fewer boys picking up a book in their free time compared to girls.
What's better, the film or the book?
The book.
It's a trend the head teacher here puts down to increased screen time.
They're obsessed by social media, gaming, YouTube, all of those different things, that actually they're more enticing to many children than a book, and often more accessible as well. You know, often in reading you need to have a physical book with you, whereas you can go online, you can access everything you want.
How do you reverse that trend then?
We really try and encourage children to read for pleasure. You know, we want them to develop a love of reading.
And finding the right book is key.
Children need to find themselves represented in the texts which they read, and that means regardless of their ethnicity, their social background, their gender, they need to find children like themselves in those books.
While access to books also remains a big problem, something this children's author says must change.
1 in 4 schools in disadvantaged areas don't have a library. Libraries are statutory in prisons, but not in primary schools. We have to reverse that.
In the 90s, the Harry Potter craze inspired a new generation of readers. But today, a packed curriculum and more assessments mean children often have less time to read for fun. Sarah Corker, ITV News.